This week, we're diving into the dynamic electricity prices all across Europe. As a result of the ENSO network being fully digitized, we are able to obtain data from the ENSO data pool and then commence actions using the connections that are accessible to us due to the digitized nature of the network. First of all, let's take a look at the prices for Germany.
So you can, once again, our price curve, like in our StromFee diary. Right now, we also have, I made a 15-day forecast. Essentially, we observe the typical picture. You see here the prices decrease once more during the weekend. Otherwise, there are no significant changes. Let us continue to observe carefully.
We're looking for the countries with the price difference, where we have at least a 6 or 10 cent difference between the minimum and maximum per day.
In Lithuania, prices can reach around 30 cents, and at their lowest, they can go down to 5.6 cents, making it an affordable option for consumers. There's much to gain, so a price diff of just under 25 cents. It is quite often the case in Finland, Norway, and Sweden as well. There is often a tendency. Many jumps.
Recently, not last week, but in the weeks of January, there were a few exceptionally high jumps. That means there's real money to be made with battery storage there. If you unload them at the right time, unload when prices are high, and recharge when prices are low. Yeah, in Turkey, there's a spread of 20 to 90 cents, so euros per megawatt hour, that's about 7 cents. Curve here. Yes, it is also remarkably high. It is incredibly interesting. I have already looked into the management of battery storage for Greece earlier this morning. 6.14 inclusive. Interesting, I'd say. It's an 8 cent diff. You can already utilize that.
Maybe Slovakia, if looks similar to ours.
Neighboring countries are similar due to needs, electricity consumption, structured similarly. However, the other networks have a smaller amount of wind power and a smaller number of PV systems. That's why variances.
Great Britain, well, they are all really very similar to us.
On the island, they are independent of our network. They are not connected to us. Nevertheless, they have similar load profiles with their population and industry, being industrialized nations and all things that are similar. What it ultimately comes down to is the ability to depict accurately. So we get the data from various electricity exchange sources, and they will be stored in a database with us as well as in the power feed diary that is maintained by our team. That's one. A database containing a multitude of interfaces with one particularly vital interface that we have developed, which connects to the Loxone system. Here we have another one. This is a manufacturer from Austria who has already developed a small control unit called Mini SPS years ago, which can be used in both commercial and private sectors. Once for the commercial building automation sector and once for the smart home sector for residential use. We provide both regions with the StromFee diary, which includes dynamic electricity prices. We're in the local zone, man. Here we have the electricity price, dynamic electricity prices.
And here you can see. The different or the 4 price scenarios, how long they last. So you see here there are phases that are very low, so the price is at a minimum up to the median. That is a duration of 6 hours. In the low range, it is situated below the median value. And then there are, as I mentioned, high and very high, so yellow and red. above the average, and then like a maximum of 4 hours here with maximum intensity.
Hold on a sec. So I have about 6 hours to charge my battery storage, which is really low. And I even have a total of 4 hours available to discharge the battery storage. Furthermore, I have the opportunity to utilize the photovoltaic system and store electricity at a lower cost.
Indeed, especially for my own home, the majority of PV systems are recommended, and anything I have left can be stored inexpensively in my battery storage. Then, as I previously mentioned, I can discharge my battery storage during these 4 hours to cover my electricity consumption. This allows me to utilize the excess energy efficiently and reduce my reliance on the grid for power. Optimize. And we have consistent observations of this phenomenon occurring frequently. Battery storage in conjunction with a solar system, along with a balcony power plant. So this combination of the two is always extremely useful and definitely represents the future of renewable energy.
Two aspects. First, the certificate. So the environmental idea that you can produce electricity without emissions during electricity production, without CO2 emissions, of course, and store it in the battery. And the grid remains stable during the phases when I utilize the battery storage system to ensure a reliable power supply. Once, when electricity price is low, there's excess capacity. Battery storage systems relieve grid, and conversely, when grid is heavily loaded, electricity is drawn from battery storage instead of grid. And that is occurring all over Europe initially.
Here we have simulated it once again for France.
So we have the data from France here now, and of course things are a bit different over there, as we can see. We have a peak in the morning and one in the evening. Each peak lasts 2 hours, totaling 3 hours in duration. But also the nighttime phase. There is plenty of time to charge my battery storage at a low cost.
And once more during lunchtime.
Currently, France has minimal solar power, generally less than American nuclear power plants. That is why a different picture, a different curve than ours. Everything fully automatic, controllable with the assistance of the Loxone control system. Many interfaces, open ones? Yes, definitely.
And you can find all the details once more on our website. In general, regarding the topic of electricity price managers, and also in operation with home batteries or even larger battery systems, what that is, what they do, what the advantages are, the applications and how the entire thing is intelligently solved in combination with our electricity price manager that helps optimize energy costs. And not only is the battery storage charged and discharged without any logic, but it is also truly effectively utilized in a highly efficient manner. So in order for it to be worth it and for you to really save on electricity consumption and costs,
dynamic electricity prices occur now. And for all of you individuals who do not like speaking German, I have a website in English, of course, and on the right side under Global Spot Markets. Let's observe all the countries we can serve with the StromFee diary. Those are all the countries from the NZOE Alliance as well as the United States of America. Brazil, India, Turkey, the Philippines, as well as upcoming involvement from Mexico and Canada will also be participating in the near future. Thank you for paying attention.
bye.